Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary of Veterans Affairs and DAV Life member, Eric K. Shinseki. Have it ready for you. And
no, it's okay. Okay. Can I put yours down here for a second?
Yes, sir.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's great to be here with you. Bill, thank you for that kind introduction and for your own leadership of the Commanders and Adjutants Association. Let me also acknowledge other members of DAV's leadership team here this morning. Wally Tyson, great remarks, National Commander, and in your own right, long-standing contributor to DAV. It's great to be here under your leadership. Bobby Barrera, your board chair. Don Samuels, your vice chair and senior vice commander. Dave Gorman, executive director. Art Wilson, your national adjutant and tremendous leader for this organization. Susan Henry and Judy Heslip, commander and adjutant, respectively, of the auxiliary. Other distinguished disabled veterans, other distinguished guests. I'll add to that category Art Wilson's grandson, Tyler, who's sitting over here with Dave Gorman. He's shadowing Grandpa this week. Find out what Grandpa does with his time. The rest of his time. But it's a great civics lesson as well, and we know Tyler's going to learn a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm honored to join you once again for your midwinter conference. 14 February was a great date, maybe the most wonderful day this year. Pitchers and catchers showed up in Florida for spring ball. Gorman and I insist that the Red Sox are going to have a better year this year. So you Yankee fans and you Devilry fans, get ready. Well, listen, with your help, VA has had a good year for veterans. There's still much to be done, there always is, but we have momentum now in some key areas with some clear directions into that future. The need for us and our programs continues to grow, And we have plans and programs in place now that are being developed on how to respond to that need. A case in point, on 26 March 2010, less than a year ago, Marine Corporal Todd Nicely led his squad on a foot patrol near Lakari, Afghanistan. Walking point, it's a squad leader, walking point, he tripped a 40-pound pressure-detonated IED, improvised explosive device, which ripped off his body armor, ripped off his helmet, tore his right leg and left hand off as well. Badly shredded, his left leg and right arm were subsequently also removed surgically. Todd Nicely is one of our nation's 3 surviving quadruple amputees coming out of Iraq and Afghanistan. One of 3. He has remained amazingly resilient through the innumerable procedures, surgical procedures. Late last year, the Washington Post told his incredible story of survival, of adjustment, of love, and of support. But at its core, that front page article described a Marine with the heart of a lion. A youngster's 23 years old. What shined through in the article was his resilience, his humility, his strength of character, not feeling sorry for himself, and an incredibly positive attitude that comes from someplace deep within. In his words, I remember screaming once or twice. You know those blood-curdling screams they do in the movies. He recounted of the moments immediately after the IED went off. And I remember thinking to myself, don't do it again, because this is the last image these boys are going to have of you in their heads. So stay strong. And after that, I just shut up. At Bethesda, in his first meeting with his 24-year-old wife, Crystal, after his injury, a wonderful woman, every bit as tough as her husband, she asked him if he knew his legs were missing. He said he did. She then asked him if he knew his hands were also missing, and he said no. He was quiet for a moment and then asked, did anybody else get hurt? Crystal said no. His response was one word, good. During an awards ceremony at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, with members of his unit present, Lieutenant Colonel McDonough, Todd's battalion commander, said that he hoped that his own children might one day have the courage of Corporal Nicely. When it was his turn to speak, Todd said simply, I'd just like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank my platoon for getting me back. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I'd be alive today. Other than that, I really don't have much more to say. I love you guys. Todd Nicely's toughness, his courage, his concern for his squad mates, even as his life hung in the balance, and quiet humility are hallmarks we have witnessed time and again amongst this generation of warriors. And I would say those are hallmarks of every generation of warriors who have gone to war for this country. And so whatever service we come from, all of us can see in young Todd Nicely and his actions the essence of the Marine Corps and of any of our services. Semper Fidelis, always faithful. Now, I said 14 February was an important day. 14 February also happens to be the day that President Obama submitted his 2012 budget and 2013 advanced appropriations requests to the Congress, and in doing so, kept his promises with veterans. And today I'd like to touch a little bit on what we intend and must accomplish this year and next with the resources we intend to win. Take care of youngsters like Todd Nicely and his cohorts from this current set of conflicts, but also the Todd Niceleys of every generation have served this country.